It's time to shake off the old rust, man. You know, first of all, it's been a while since I made a wrestling video. Oh, God, I think the last wrestling pay-per-view I even had was like SummerSlam. And today I'm going to do a Raw review, a quick Raw review, and then I'm going to jump into the Royal Rumble and break down each match and tell you guys who I think is going to win the match and why, and give you my Royal Rumble pick. So, we're going to kick off Monday Night Raw live in Dallas, Texas. So Lesnar and Heyman come out. Lesnar says, "I'm here to fight, baby." Rollins, come on out. Lesnar says, "You got 10 seconds to come out or I'm going to kick the shit out of you." But he says it in different layman's terms. Triple H comes out and says, "I understand why you're upset, you know, because Rollins like curb stomped Lesnar the week before on Raw." Lesnar says, "Are you here to fight or are you here to fix this?" So, like, you think Triple H and him are going to get into it. Stephanie comes out with Big Show and Kane and says, you know, you need to calm down. Then Rollins comes on the Titantron. And then he says he's going to take the title at the Rumble. Cena comes out and he's like an all blue. And like the first thing I thought to myself when Cena came out dressed as blue, it was like a baby blue color. He looked like a damn you guys ever eaten Airheads before? You know how they come in those long, thin like packages and like raspberry comes in blue? How that fucker looked like a big, tall, lanky Airhead. So Cena comes out and basically says he'll do anything to bring those guys back. And every time like the Authority does something, it lights a fire under him. I'm like, okay, what fire is lit under your ass, Cena, that we haven't seen already? Your matches suck anyway. Though if it's a fire that's lit under you, I wonder where the results are coming in from that, because I definitely don't see it in your matches. So Cena says they're the biggest ash holes. I'm like, okay. So Triple H announces a match for Cena to have an opportunity to see if Cena wins, to bring back Eric Rowan, Ryback, and Ziggler for their jobs. But they leave it up to the fans to vote, and which leads to the next match. Daniel Bryan versus Bray Wyatt. Wyatt wins the match after Kane interferes and like grabs Daniel Bryan's legs and knocks him down. And Wyatt delivers to Sister Abigail and wins. I thought the match was like alright. Kane comes out, you kind of know he's going to interfere. I mean, you know where this is going. Like, okay, sooner or later, Kane, when are you going to come and interfere? He grabs the boot, knocks Daniel Bryan down. It was kind of like a sissy interference cheap shot, typical 90s move we've seen in the 90s. Nothing really interesting about the match, but Bray Wyatt wins. In the Legends panel, HBK, Flair, Hogan come out. They were asked a series of questions about their experiences in the Rumble, but mainly they were asked who is their pick for the Rumble winner. HBK picks Bray Wyatt, Hogan picks Ric Flair, Ambrose picks Dean Ambrose. Ric Flair picks Dean Ambrose. Big Show comes out and says the reason why they didn't pick him because they're all jealous of him. Flair tried to knife edge chop Big Show, but Big Show ends up knocking him out and tells the fans, "You see what you made me do." Roman Reigns comes out, beats the crap out of Show. Show ends up running away. I thought the segment was okay. It was nothing really fancy about it. I mean, it was kind of predictable. You knew Reigns was going to come out, so whatever. All right, Dean Ambrose versus BMB. Is it just me or does I don't see nothing very interesting about BMB. Bad News Barrett. Like, he doesn't even do his gimmick anymore. So is he still technically Bad News Barrett, or is he just coming out and wrestling because he doesn't pull promos anymore? So why don't you just call him Wade Barrett? I mean, doesn't that defeat the whole purpose? If he's not going to cut a promo anymore, he shouldn't be Bad News Barrett anymore. Well, anyways, Ambrose wins, and I don't give a fuck match. The next one is the New Day defeats Tyson Kidd and Cesaro. Why the fuck would you team up Cesaro with Adam Rose? Why would you do that? And basically turn Cesaro into a jobber. So that's basically what you did. The New Day ends up winning. Really nothing interesting about this match. So there was nothing that I could put from the highlights that just intrigued me. So moving on to the next one. Next segment, Raw reunion, Scott Hall and Nash, X-Pac are in the ring. Essentially comes out and says they're the best tag team ever, which I highly disagree with that. JBL interrupts and says, I knew this was coming, so I had to make a phone call. Rod Simmons comes out. The New Age Outlaws come out, and they end up jumping the Ascension. The thoughts about the segment, I really didn't think anything of it, other than the NWO music hitting, which I thought that was pretty cool. But other than that, I really didn't have anything to think of this segment. Nothing really interesting about it. The next match, Paige and Natalya defeat Summer Rae and Alicia Fox. Paige wraps Alicia Fox in a like a sharpshooter slash armbar. I don't know what that move is, but basically Paige defeats Alicia Fox technically. And I was not intrigued by this matchup at all. Just thought it was dumb, stale, nothing interesting about it. All right, moving on. Rusev versus R-Truth. R-Truth's the guy who buried my boy Bo Dallas, Bolieve. Rusev wins this match. Typical Goldberg squash match. Lasted about 2 minutes. Very stale match. Very typical filler match. Everybody knew that Rusev was going to win. Alright, Rollins fears Lesnar. They cut a promo in the back, and Rollins looks real scared of Lesnar, which kind of makes the Money in the Bank briefcase look less prestigious, I guess. So you know Rollins is never going to cash in on Lesnar. Like, you know that's never going to happen. Lesnar's going to have to lose the title for that to happen. Alright, the next match is The Miz and the Mizdow versus the Usos. I think it was Miz versus one of the Uso brothers. I don't remember. The Usos end up winning the match. Nothing really interesting about it. Wasn't intrigued by the match at all. Just nothing really just to go on the match that I thought was just really cool, you know. Alright, next one is main event. Cena versus Rollins, Kane, and Big Show. If Cena wins, Rowan, Ryback, and Ziggler are hired again. And if he loses, then he loses his heavyweight championship match. Sting shows up on the Titron that comes out. Cena does a roll-up pin on Rollins, wins the match. Lesnar comes out and F5s Kane and Show, and Rollins ends up running. Okay, my thoughts on this match. First of all, when you book a 3-on-1 match against John Cena is 47-2 against handicap matches or 3-on-1 matches. So you know statistically, okay, this guy's not going to lose. And when the cards are stacked that high against him, you know the WWE is going to push him to win. I mean, I would be better off just having him fight the Big Show or Kane just on a one-on-one and be like, oh, okay, you know, we knew Cena was going to win, whatever. But when you have 1-on-3, you know, okay, this is just too obvious. Like, you know they're going to make Cena win that match. And they're not going to make him lose the championship match at the Rumble. Honestly, I don't know why they even fired those 3 guys to begin with. I know they're not fired in real life. It's part of the storyline. I mean, I get it. But at the same time, like, why would you even work that in the angle if you were just going to have to rehire them back before the Rumble? To me, it sounded like it was cheaply done. It was just something like to put a little mini storyline in before the Rumble. I just thought it was just cheaply done, in my opinion. Okay, so basically now we're going to go into the Royal Rumble, which I'm very excited. We're 5 days away from the Royal Rumble, people. Very excited. It's going to be live in Philly. If you live in the Philadelphia area, you might want to buy your tickets, which I'm debating about going to WrestleMania. I'm not sure yet. It's in Levi Stadium in San Fran, or San Jose area this year. We're going to go ahead and go over the matches. The kickoff show is going to be The New Day versus Cesaro, Kid, and Rose. Oh, God. Do I really have to pick a winner here? Fuck it. The New Day is going to win that match. Didn't these guys just fucking fight on Raw? What's the fucking purpose of that? Ugh. Alright, the next match is the New Age Outlaws versus the Ascension. Of course, you know the Ascension's going to win because the Ascension's going to have to be put over. So the New Age Outlaws are going to have to put them over. Alright, the next matchup, you got Brock Lesnar versus John Cena versus Seth Rollins. So it's the 3rd match of the night. I know for a fact Rollins is not going to win. He's not going to cash the briefcase in. I think that one or 2 things could happen. Either Lesnar's going to win, but then see, Bray Wyatt can't win the Rumble. Because you can't have a heel versus a heel at WrestleMania. So, I could have Cena win and have Bray Wyatt win the Rumble, or another heel win the Rumble. So I'm thinking Lesnar's going to win the match, and then Roman Reigns is going to win the Rumble. Unless you have Daniel Bryan win, and you could work. Sorry about that, the camera cut off. Now we got the Royal Rumble match. Since I picked Lesnar to win, I think that either Daniel Bryan or Roman Reigns is going to win the match. And they're going to work that angle, but it seems like the obvious pick is a Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, even though I don't agree with that, because I don't think Roman Reigns is ready, to be honest with you. I really feel like he needs a little bit more work to his character before you can give him a championship title. So I say, like, honestly, you could have Daniel Bryan win. A Bray Wyatt versus Brock Lesnar would be a pretty decent match. Like, I would like to see that, but they're not going to do a heel versus a heel. They're going to do a face. So I'm going to go with Roman Reigns to win the Rumble. All right, now Usos versus The Miz and Mizdow for tag team championships. That's going to be a tough one, but I guess I'm just going to go ahead and give it to the Usos to retain the titles. And then last but not least, you got Paige and Natalya versus the Bella Twins. Why is this a tag team match, first of all? Like, why? And Natalya's not even heel. So why is she teaming up with Paige, who's heel? That makes no sense. And to me, honestly, could the Bella Twins turn their backs on each other and book a WrestleMania match between these two? It's possible. It's very possible. But I don't know just yet if it's going to happen. But it seems like that they could end up doing that. Oh, I also forgot one more thing. I got signed to a Blog Talk Radio show. Me, Brittany, and Turbo. Give them a shout out. This Saturday we will be debuting for a 12-episode once a week. For 12 episodes. And we'll be talking wrestling for 2 hours. We'll be covering Raw, SmackDown, and the Rumble this Saturday. And you guys are welcome to tune in the show at blogtalkradio.com. I will have the link at the bottom of the description. And I will also post it on Facebook an hour before it starts. So that way you guys can actually listen in. If you guys want to call in, we'll have a number where you can call in. You can ask questions, stuff like that. We'll be glad to answer it. So, again, if you guys want to check out my Blog Talk Radio show, we talk wrestling. Make sure to tune in on Saturday, blogtalkradio.com. And we will be talking WWE, Raw, SmackDown review, and we'll be giving our thoughts on the Rumble. So if you guys are listening right now, please make sure to look into that. And if you have my Facebook or YouTube and you actually want the website, I'll send it to you. But it's not till Saturday, so probably sometime in the afternoon around 6 or 7. So I'll probably give an update on that. But anyways, you guys take it easy, man. Take care. And I hope the Royal Rumble is going to be decent. I think the show maybe could be like a 7 out of 10. I'm hoping so. But if not, it is what it is. You know how wrestling is. But anyways, I'm out this motherfucker.